The time has come, Star Wars fans. A new trailer for The Last Jedi is here. It's dark, ominous, and every other threatening word you can think of, particularly when it comes to Rey. Watch comments from Episode 8. The writer and director Rian Johnson have indicated that Rey meeting Luke Skywalker doesn't go as expected. She's looking for a mentor, and as he's hidden himself away on the remote Ahch-To, it's not like he's searching for students. This trailer shows some of the strain between the two of them, and that Luke, in fact, seems to be frightened of Rey's extreme power that's similar to Kylo Ren's. Things didn't end well with Kylo, so it's not a shock Luke is nervous. Based on the end of the trailer when Rey seemingly asks Kylo for help, it's possible Luke's frustration sent her into Kylo's path and in front of Supreme Leader Snoke. And hey, Snoke appears to be a Force user after all. Let's break down the biggest beats. The Resistance destroyed Starkiller Base, which seems like it should have been a big blow to the First Order. But these opening shots, with Kylo overlooking a production facility and walkers on the move, show their forces are still strong. Considering the Resistance is spread thin, especially with the destruction of the New Republic fleet in The Force Awakens, this is unsettling. Then we hear the gravelly tones of Snoke. The footage is cut in such a way that he seems to be talking to Kylo Ren when he says, "I saw raw, untamed power, and beyond that, something truly special." What if he's talking to Rey? As we see later in the trailer, they encounter each other face to face. Luke uses the word raw about Rey's power, too. Speaking of Luke, Rey makes it clear she's come to find him because she wants help directing and learning about her Force abilities. They're awake and she wants to know how to use them. But her strength clearly freaks him out. Seeing a frightened Luke is also unsettling. In fact, unsettling is the word I'd use for the whole trailer. I'm worried. Luke mentions he's only seen that sort of raw strength once before, and it didn't scare him enough then. Now, he feels differently. He was already in a withdrawn space, so maybe in his fear, he boots Rey off Ahch-To. Luke's sibling Leia isn't having an easy time of it either. Part of why Kylo Ren killed his father Han was to push away remnants of his past that he believed were holding him back from tapping into his full potential. I don't think he found the satisfaction he was looking for. Instead of digging deep to soul search, he appears to have made the leap that all he has to do to get where he needs to be is to kill Leia. Perhaps Snoke encouraged this. The look on Leia's face as she sensed her son approaching, "Yay, Force powers," chilled me to the core. Fortunately, Kylo seems to be doubting his actions. What is up with his weird face implant? He idolizes his grandfather so much that he could be trying to add machine parts in order to be more like Darth Vader. All I could really focus on in the next few seconds was the Porg crying beside Chewbacca in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon. They're away from Ahch-To, so my logical conclusion is Chewie has chosen the Porg as his new best pal. But while I'm distracted by Porg cuteness, the Falcon is racing through tunnels laden with red crystals. Kyber crystals are a part of Star Wars mythology that have been discussed more in recent books, comics, and in Rogue One. They're living crystals, and in order for them to turn red, they have to bleed, which means someone has infused a huge amount of crystals with pain and anger. That is seriously bad news. Kylo and Snoke could be responsible. Elsewhere in the Resistance, Finn is having another encounter with Captain Phasma, and it doesn't look like she's backing down so easily this time. She undoubtedly wants to kill him. Note Finn's fighting with the same style of weapon that FN-2199, aka TR-8R, used to take Finn out on Takodana. Finn's trooper training means he's capable of using it well. I'm living for the design of these foxes. They appear to be running for cover on Krayt. I'd like if they're this base's version of Tauntauns. The planet Krayt with its white surface and crimson dirt has been featured in previously released footage. It looks like the Battle of Krayt will be a thing. The world was once home to a Rebel Alliance base in the Galactic Civil War and has become a haven for the Resistance. Look, it's Snoke in the flesh and not as a hologram. He looks mean and also angry. I can't tell if his discussion with Rey isn't going well or if he's testing her limits. He seems like a tough love sort of teacher. Seeing Snoke meet with Rey is shocking, but it's not the only aspect that made me take note. This scene indicates Snoke's a Force user and a powerful one at that. Finally, we have the heartbreaking moment of a desperate Rey looking for assistance with her Force abilities. She's only encountered one other Force user besides from Luke, and she turned to that person. Kylo extends a helping hand. The Reyla hashtag on Tumblr is probably lit right now. Note that Kylo doesn't have the face implant here. Rey could be talking to him in a Force vision, or they could have this conversation early on in the film. The second installment of the sequel trilogy sure seems like it will be similar in tone to The Empire Strikes Back. A heavy weight is pressing upon everyone. If Rey and Kylo team up with their apparent super force powers, the galaxy could be in trouble. The Last Jedi will be in theaters on December 15th and tickets are on sale now. What did you think about the latest trailer for The Last Jedi? Did they show too much or not enough? Use the Force to reach down to the comments and share your thoughts and theories. Images Lucasfilm Disney. Amy Ratcliffe is an associate editor for Nerdist. She likes Star Wars a little. Follow her on Twitter. Jump into hyperspace with more Star Wars stories.